This is a card making project for the Christmas Club. Although I've not made my card as a Christmas card, obviously being a card it can be adapted to be one. So I'll show you the card I made and I'll go through the process of how I made it, giving you a teeny demo of how I constructed the start of it. So this is my card and it's a flip card, and it's very simple to make, and these two lacy edges, borders, they were made from using the Martha Stewart punch, which is this one, and this is one of my favourite punches. I love it, and you'll find I use it on a lot of things I do that are shabby chic. So anyway, getting back to it, I'll start by telling you how I made it. So firstly, this is an A4 sheet of paper, but I used printer card. You just simply fold it in half to make an A4 into an A5, like that. Turning it over so that your fold is on your left. Open it out. So you then start by marking out your shape you want to have cut. Now this is a shape I cut out on the SVG, like on the silhouette, but you can buy punches, I believe, and dies like this anyway, and you'll want one that size and then one a bit smaller, so it's like, so it's like that. You don't have to, but it looks nicer when you've got more than one layer. And then for the smaller one, you want an oval that fits within the smaller shape. So with the largest shape, you want to find your centre, which is roughly there. Now you could have it at nearer the top if you like, so you can add something again down the bottom of your card, or you can have it that way further down there, which I don't personally think it looks right, but on my one I showed you, I centred it. So you need to find your centre, which is measuring from there to there and halving it, and you need to find the centre from there to there, and you'll get the cross in the middle where that will be your centre, like that. So with the points of this makes it easy actually, this shape. With these points here and there, that will help you to line it up where you need to mark out your frame. So with this frame, you only mark out the right hand side. So I'm just using a pencil because I can then, after I've cut it, I can rub away any pencil lines. So that's all you need to do with your fold in the middle. Find your centre and then mark out only half the frame, and that pencil line you need to cut around. Don't cut the other side because you'll just be cutting a hole. You only want one half of it. So once that's done, we'll move on. So then when you've cut this shape, you then score down those centre markings. You can use a scoreboard, you could use a dinner knife, you know, on the blunt side of the dinner knife, anything just so long as you've got your score line, so you get that. For scores bent, you need to bend it so it's in a shape like that, like a zigzag. And remember to not score between there. You need that unscored so you get this effect. And then this, well, smaller one actually, because this is a different size. This gets glued on there like so, and then if you could, if you want, like I did with mine, you could run your smaller shape, this one, you could run it through an embossing folder on the Cuttle Bug or something, and then what I did with mine, because I done that as you can see, and with mine I just ran an ink pad over it just to highlight those raised areas. Can you see? And then when that's done, I've raised it on foam pads. Hang on. I raised it on foam pads and centred it on that shape that I've glued in place. So it's like that, but it's raised, as I said. And then I inked around the edge of the oval and placed that with foam pads on the back of it, and I stamped the greeting first, the words, I stamped that first because it's harder to do it with it positioned in place otherwise, so it's best to do that first. And then I centred that on there as well, like so. And I cut out shapes, these two shapes again, the smaller shape and an oval, and I glued that flat inside the card like that. I didn't raise this on pads because I wanted to be able to fold that part of the card flat onto it. So that's how I achieved the card. With this, as I said, I made a border using this, and this is just about ½ an inch longer all the way along, so I had room for trimming how I wanted to place it. And I inked the edges on either side as well. And then all along you'll see that I used Stickled just to give it a tiny bit of bling without going over the top. What else? Oh yes, and I used some hand-dyed seam binding, which I folded into a bow, and I left long tags which I glued in place so it formed like a kind of semi-frame, and some paper roses, and that's all I did. And that took me just minutes to do. Once I worked out what I was doing with the base of the card, it took minutes to put together, but what a lovely card it is. And so this card will be for my sister for her birthday, which is next week. So I think she'll really like this. So thanks for watching, and remember that this can be a Christmas card too. I hope to make a Christmas card the same as this, but using Christmas colours and papers, and I'll be back to show you that if I can get time to make it. But if you make this, do please show me. I would love to see a video response on any card you make using this. I really would. I didn't originate this idea myself. I don't know who did actually, but I really like it. I really like the idea of it. It just gives the card a bit more interest, and helps to make the card stand nicer as well. Oh, and I stamped that on the back, slightly crooked, but hey ho, never mind. But say me to you, isn't that sweet? So yeah, as I say, do get in touch with a video response if you make one. I can't wait to see what you do with yours. And as I said, I'll be back if I've made one for Christmas. But I'm making this as a Christmas project really for you guys. So it gets you started on making your first Christmas card for the year. And I shall be back later with another card make. So that'll be another January project for the Christmas Club. So see you soon. Bye bye.